Thousands packed this hall in Red Deer to hear from the man they hope to anoint as Alberta's next premier. And if we learned anything from tonight's speech, Jason Kenney has vowed he is election ready, and he's not holding back on much else. It all started with a man who Kenney has invoked many times, championing his efforts against the carbon tax. Former Saskatchewan Premier Brad Wall was called on to come down to Red Deer and introduce the man of the hour.
And so from this very new left federal Liberal government, we see carbon-based budgets and gender-based budgets, and what this country needs, ladies and gentlemen, is an economy-based budget. And I don't know, how about a budget-based budget?
The room wasn't big enough to fit the 2,600 people who descended on the hotel. Many had to be put into the overflow room next door. It didn't take long for the former cabinet minister and member of parliament to get down to business, attacking everything from the NDP government's fiscal policies to its inability to get a pipeline built.
All of this adversity that people are going through, all of this because of a government that made a bad situation much worse than it needed to be through reckless ideological policies that have driven away investment and jeopardized our future, with higher taxes on everything, on incomes, employers, property, and soon they're in cahoots with Justin Trudeau to raise payroll taxes.
The newly minted leader of the opposition told the room of boosters there is only one way to get Alberta back on track, and that is with a common-sense free enterprise party. He also vowed if they so vote on Sunday at their policy meeting to scrap the carbon tax, he'll be on a plane that night to reveal his intentions if elected premier to the House of Commons.
We have been blessed by the bounty of this land and the ingenuity of its people. But we know that we can no longer take for granted that Alberta advantage. We owe it to both past and future generations to fight for it.
In short, he says he's putting the Prime Minister on notice. His message to Justin Trudeau: don't bite the hand that feeds you. He plans to focus his attention on Edmonton in the coming weeks. He says no seat is safe for the NDP, not even in the provincial capital.
Edmonton is a great industrial city of builders, of dreamers, and of doers. It is our capital, and we must do everything we can to ensure that Edmonton is at the table where the decisions are made in the next government.
Now, the Conservatives have a big day ahead of them Sunday. It is the third and final day of their AGM, where they will be talking policy, the policy that will lead them into this spring election. Among some of the more controversial or heated subjects will be their position on gay-straight alliances, scrapping the carbon tax, and reinstituting the flat tax. In Red Deer, Alberta, Campbell, City News.